Happy Monday, August 4th, back with another MLB breakdown, MLB slate here today. How was your guys' Sunday? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I was at the ball game, so I didn't really have any bets out there. I had an SGP for the Brewer game, but that was kind of about it, honestly. Which, by the way, it was a pretty big SGP. We only missed by one strikeout for Logan Henderson, which was disappointing. But it was a fun game. I went to all three versus the Nats. Got to see a sweep. So let me know how your guys' weekend was in the comments. But let's go ahead and let's just jump into the actual stream here, which is game one. For those unfamiliar, we're going to go through all 15 games. Actually, today there's only 13 games. We're going to go through all 13 MLB games. We're going to identify any sort of value that we can find, whether it's on the money line, whether it's on player props, whatever we can see at a quick glance, and then we will move on to the next game. For those who are unaware, game one, Astros versus Marlins here. This is rudebets.com. You can see at the bottom of the screen, there's a giant promo code, 25% off your first month, code RUDE. Go sign up. You get access to this. You get access to the Discord with all the picks that I post and my team posts. We have a great community in the Discord as well, full of different members who post different things, interact with each other, shoot the shit, all that. So come join rudebets.com if you haven't yet. 25% off with the code RUDE for your first month, or 20% off the yearly package with code YEAR. So you got options. Astros Marlins game one. It's an interesting one here. We have Marlins minus 130 on the book, but in rudebets.com we have at minus 123. So that tells me there's not a ton of value, as minus 130 is less than minus 123 in terms of the payout. Let me just quickly show you all how you can quickly calculate edge, right? So that's one of the things people always ask is, how do you know if a play is good or not? Well, pretty simple. I'll double screen this here real quick. When you sign up to rudebets.com, under simulation tools, there is an edge calculator. On the left side of this bucket, you just put in the odds for whatever you see on the rudebets screen. So in this case, it would be minus 123, right? That's what we see on rudebets.com. On the book, put what you see on the book, minus 130. So negative 1%. It's a quick way to understand what your edge is for any given play. You can add legs too. If you're doing a parlay, say you want to add a 3 leg, say you see like a minus 145 and a minus 180, right? Say on the books, this one's at minus 120, and at the books, this one's at minus 150. Okay, well, now it's a positive edge parlay. Even though this first leg, you probably wouldn't want to take it, but now you have a positive expected value of 2.49% on that parlay. And if you don't know how much to bet on it, you can put in your bankroll, click Quarter Kelly, and it'll tell you how much to put on. But yeah, so that's a quick way to see what your edge is for any given play. And when I say negative expected value, that's what I mean. But yeah, so no edge on this Marlins money line play. And there's nothing on the other side, too, with the Astros. They're also negative expected value. Player prop-wise, though, this could be a good game. What time does this game start? 6:40. Okay. We're good. A lot of really good matchups here. I feel like you can have your way with player props. One of the things I suggest you do when you sign up for rudebets.com is if you see a player that you like that you want to take, say you're looking at Jeremy Pena and you're looking at his hits, runs, and RBIs, click on his name, please. One, it'll give you a breakdown of things like his splits versus right-handed pitching or versus the pitcher if there are any. It'll give you the pitch mix, all the different data points for the pitch mix. But then mainly here you get the probabilities. This is the most important part. So if you're looking at total bases, you can see what his fair value is for different metrics, right? He's probably a 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs line, which is saying plus 124 would be fair value for that line. To score a run, RBI, really anything. So you can get all these different values to see what fair value is. So do that. A lot of guys look solid here, though, for hits, runs, and RBIs. I generally like to look for guys above a 5 on the pitch mix. You can also take it for total bases. On the other side, 7, 10, almost a 7, 7.5. A lot of really good pitch mixes here. Marlins should have their way, honestly, man. I kind of don't mind taking the Marlins at minus 130 if it's negative value, even, honestly. Negative 1%. I don't mind it. It's not the best play in the world, but I honestly don't mind it with these pitch mixes against Alexander. Stowers with a 10 out of 10 matchup today. I really like that Stowers play. I got to be honest with y'all. Kyle Stowers with a 10 out of 10. It's extremely rare we see anybody that has a 10 out of 10, honestly. It's extremely rare that we see a 10 out of 10. But we got a 10 today for Stowers. Batting 300 versus righties, 1.31 hits, projected 30% home run probability. Stowers is good for anything. Total bases, hits, runs, RBIs, whatever you want. Agustin Ramirez also looks pretty good. Big power hitter, so he's more of a total bases or maybe even a hits, runs, and RBIs kind of guy today. But he looks really good. He looks really good. Agustin Ramirez. Xavier Edwards could be a good hits, runs, and RBIs option. Otto Lopez could be another good hits, runs, and RBIs option as well. Those guys are much more so on the hits, runs, RBI side than on anything else. So, but yeah, Marlins look really good today. Kyle Stowers is one of my favorite players on the board. And the Astros actually look pretty decent today, too. Game 2, Twins-Tigers. We have the Tigers minus 127 here. They're minus 172 on the money line. I don't think they're worth it. Travis Adams versus Casey Mize. Twins actually didn't look that bad against the Guardians. Maybe the Guardians just are really bad. I don't know. I couldn't really tell. I couldn't really get a read on which side it was, if it was just the Guardians stink or if the Twins were playing better than they should. So I wasn't really sure there. But, I mean, we look all right today. I mean, for Twins as a dog, I mean, I don't know. Tigers have been rough. That's the one problem here is the Tigers have just been absolutely... They had the best record in baseball, like a month ago? But ever since then, I mean, I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. Pitching matchup today doesn't really seem like there's a huge advantage. Casey Mize is okay. I wouldn't say Casey Mize is good. I wouldn't say he's bad. Travis Adams, same thing. He's not really... I don't know. There's not really much on the money line here is all I'm saying, I guess. That being said, though, look at these pitch mixes. I guess like Royce Lewis looks okay, but he usually hits lefties. He's not really a guy that you take against righties. That being... Wallner's okay. It's really the Tigers. Look at these pitch mixes. Look at these pitch mixes, man. Kerry Carpenter, 8. Gleyber Torres, 8. Colt Keith, almost an 8. Riley Green, almost an 8. Torkelson is 7. Wenzel Perez is 7. Holy shnikes. This is an SGP. This is one of those games where I think you go SGP and you take Tigers for, like, 3 or 4 guys for a hit, 1 guy for total bases, 1 guy for hits, runs, RBIs, and you get like a nice little plus 800. And you bank on the Tigers offense doing really, really well today. That's kind of your hope. Those kind of games have been actually working out pretty good. I ran those at the Brewers games this weekend. They worked out really well. That being said, the Brewers did set like records with how many hits they got this weekend, but still, it's a good strategy. So I would say you could take Riley Green on the total bases side, Carpenter for hits, runs, and RBIs or something, or Torres for hits, runs, and RBIs, and Colt Keith, Torres for a hit. Something like that. A lot of options on the Tigers today. Game 3, Giants-Pirates. 1 second. Yeah, hold on 1 second. All right. Giants-Pirates. Here we go. We got... Pirates have been playing so good. They actually just swept the Giants like a week ago. They literally just swept the Giants like a week ago. I don't know that they're going to sweep them again, right? But I think I would say there's value on the Pirates at plus 104, but that's exactly what we have it at, so there's not. Verlander going up against Johan Oviedo, who hasn't pitched in 2 years. Eesh, that's tough. Don't take the Pirates. Don't take the Giants either, probably, but if we look at pitch mix ratings, Rafael Devers does look pretty good with a 6.13. It's so funny. I think we summon home runs on this show because we talked about I think it was yesterday. We talked about how like Devers just doesn't hit home runs enough for his odds to be what they were, although he had a good probability to hit one, and then he hits one. Today, I mean, same thing. His odds probably don't warrant a home run play today. His pitch mix does look pretty good. I do like I said, anything above a 5 I like. So 6.13 is pretty solid today. But yeah, he's not worth a home run. He could be decent for hits, runs, and RBIs maybe, but Giants offense is just not probable in my opinion. It's not really a probable team. It's just not. If you really, really want to, Willy Adames or Rafael Devers. It's not interested though. On the other side, today, Pirates don't look that good either, man. Pirates really don't look that good either. O'Neal Cruz, only a 12% chance at a homer on Verlander. Brian Reynolds, nothing crazy for him either. McCutchen, nothing crazy for him either. Pirates have been scoring a lot of runs, but you got to remember that was in Colorado that last series, so I don't think they're going to be doing that much at home. Weather here, 0% ballpark factor, so nothing crazy. I just don't find this game that interesting. I don't really see much in it. Maybe a couple guys for hits, runs, and RBIs, but overall, probably a snooze fest. Game 4, Orioles-Phillies. Orioles-Phillies. Let's see here. We got Phillies minus 129. They're sitting at minus 200 on the money line. Cade Povich versus Jesus Luzardo. I mean, technically there's some value in the Orioles at plus 168. They've been playing some competitive ball even after they traded away half their team. So I can't say that I really am against it at plus 168. It's not terrible. But let's look at the pitch mixes and really kind of make sure that that's okay. Povich is not great. Gives up a lot of homers. It's going to tell me right now that I guarantee Kyle Schwarber's a high. Yeah, Schwarber 39%. Jesus. Interesting here. O'Neal maybe. We all know Tyler O'Neill mashes left-handed pitching. I don't think his value adds up to it, though, at the plus 350 mark for a homer. But he does mash lefties, so he would be the guy. The only problem is, look at these numbers. Tyler O'Neill, what are your splits, bro? Home run and almost 2.29 total bases per hit, so he slugs lefties really, really well. 38% strikeout rate, only a 175 batting average. I honestly have no idea what I'm looking at with that. The guy either strikes out or hits a home run is basically what this says. Yeah, tough pitch mix today for him. Jackson Holiday, not great either. Jordan Westburg, maybe for hits, runs, and RBIs. Orioles offense, I mean, Jesus Luzardo does have blow-up games. He does have blow-up games pretty often. So, I don't know. Don't really know how to read that side of it today, honestly. I guess I don't really love the Orioles money line at that. It's a decent price, but it's a bit tough to take. On the other side, though, Schwarber for a home run, plus 156, 39% chance. Probably the number one overall guy today. Harper looks decent at 20%. Both of these guys, yesterday I said I loved Schwarber for a homer. He hit one. I said I loved both of these guys for hits, runs, and RBIs or total bases. They both cleared total bases. Today, once again, I think Schwarber's a good total bases play. Harper's a good total bases or hits, runs, and RBIs play as well. And Castellanos is another really good hits, runs, and RBIs play as well today, too. So you got 3 options. I have 4, actually, with Turner, too, that you could really take on the Phillies today. I'd focus probably more on the Phillies player props than I would on Orioles money line. And if you guys do want to know what I end up taking, once again, join RudeBets.com. You'll see everything I take. Game 5, Cleveland Guardians versus New York Mets. All right, Mets minus 158. They're sitting at minus 178, plus 150 for the Guardians, so no value on really either side. Probably a low-scoring game, 6.27 total runs. Sean Manaea versus Slade. Oh, my God, this is ugly. Total in this game is 8.5. This is an under, in my opinion. Under 8.5 is not a bad play. Look at these pitch mixes. Jeez Louise, they look bad. What does Manaea have? He's got a 1.68 fastball. He throws 69% of the time. Whew. That's your answer right there. Guy's got a nasty fastball and a nasty slider, and that's all he throws. He's a two-pitch guy. Two-pitch Paul over there. He's a 2-pitch Paul, but that's all right. I mean, it's a good 2 pitches. I don't really see anybody on the Guardians that I'd want to take. On the Mets, Juan Soto, 20% chance for a homer. Could be a decent play here. Pete Alonso, only 15%. When's the last time Pete Alonso hit a home run, man? Holy cow. Guy started off so hot. I just feel like I haven't seen Pete Alonso's name pop up on the feed anywhere. Especially not for a plus 265 home run odds today on the line. Holy cow, that's terrible. Juan Soto at 235. Oh, man. Home run odds are cooked, guys. Home run odds are cooked. They're just rough. That's why I've been taking a lot of total bases. Total bases has really been where it's at. Nimmo for a homer, even him at plus 360, that's disgusting. So total bases and hits, runs, and RBIs is really where I've been focusing. Mets, though, overall against Slade, not too many good pitch mixes anyway. So if you want to take some of these guys for hits, runs, and RBIs, you can. But, maybe one Lindor or Nimmo for hits, runs, and RBIs. Maybe Pete Alonso, but they're just ugly. Royals, Red Sox. Royals, Red Sox here. Red Sox minus 152. They're sitting at minus 158. Once again, fair value for the Red Sox on the money line. Falter going up against Brian Bello. Against Bayo, Bobby Witt's decent today with a 4.23 and good batting average. I mean, it's really about it. He's the only guy in the Royals that gives any sort of good read. But, I spilled water on myself. His line's probably not that good. His line's probably not that great, so... Yeah, Bobby Witt, I mean, maybe he's a good total bases play today. His hits, runs, and RBIs will be hard to come across, but maybe total bases for Bobby Witt or hits, runs, and RBIs. It's really the only guy in the Royals that's worth taking. Once again, I've said this like 3 days in a row now. The Red Sox mash left-handed pitching. The Red Sox mash lefties. So, once again, have your way here, man. You really can have your way. Home runs, I mean, Ref Snyder's okay, 16%. Romy at 15%. Not a big home run hitting team, but total bases, hits, runs, and RBIs. You got options here, man. Bregman looks solid with a 333 batting average versus lefties. He should get a hit. He should probably clear his hits, runs, and RBIs. Romy should probably clear his total bases today. Or Ref Snyder. Red Sox versus lefties. Their player props go crazy. Game 7, Brewers, Braves. Brewers minus 144 on the money line is good value. I think you take that. Keep riding them. They're red hot. Priester against Fetty. Fetty got DFA'd. That's how bad he's been this year. Yeah, take your way with the Brewers again, man. All these guys at the top of the order should get hits, runs, and RBIs. They all should. They're just a hitting machine. 53 hits in the last 3 games? Something like that. Over 50 hits in the last 3 games from this team. Every single player got on base every single game for the entire series. Every single player in the lineup got on base in every single game. So, Anthony Siegler, what are you doing as a 10 out of 10 on the pitch mix, bro? You got a 172 batting average. What are we doing? What's this? Oh, he's good against the cutter, eh? And the splitter. Maybe today's Siegler's day. Maybe today is Anthony Siegler's day. What's Anthony Siegler to hit a home run, to hit his first career home run? Plus 1,300 on BetMGM right here. I'm going to call it right now. Anthony Siegler is hitting his first career home run in the MLB at plus 1,300 on BetMGM. You heard it here first. Isaac Collins looks really good with a 7.26. I mean, yeah, take anybody on the Brewers today for a hit or hits, runs, and RBIs. They're all outstanding. They are all outstanding. I don't know that I would go home runs here. Maybe Yelich. Nah, probably wouldn't. But, yeah, Siegler is actually not bad with that 10 out of 10 pitch mix rating to hit his first career dinger. On the other side, Braves against Priester. Priester's too good for this, man. Priester's way too good for any of these guys. Maybe Matt Olson does well against him. Let's see. 0 for 4. No. Baldwin? No. Sean Murphy? 3 for 4. Sean Murphy. Okay, Sean Murphy seems to get after Priester. Ozuna? No. There's just not really much on the Braves today, man. There's really not. Game 8, Yankees, Rangers. Yankees, Rangers. We got the Yankees here. Minus 128. They're sitting at minus 142. Rangers are plus 120. Once again, no value on either side of the money line here. Jeez Louise, this is rough. Fried going up against Patrick Corbin. Against Corbin, I mean, he's actually doing pretty good this year. Yankees, once again, don't really look that good for home runs. They just got swept by the Marlins. They're playing bad ball. They're playing some bad ball. 7.41 runs. What's the total here in this game? The over-under in this game is 7.5. It's a bit tight. Minus 113 is a pretty fair line for that under. Yeah, not a whole lot. Really not a whole lot. Hits, runs, and RBIs wise, maybe like Cody Bellinger. He does really good against lefties. I would focus on Bellinger or Goldschmidt to get a hit or hits, runs, and RBIs. Yeah, Belly's 6 for 11. Yeah, Bellinger's a really good play today. Total bases for Cody Bellinger could be a good one. I kind of like that. Goldschmidt versus Patrick Corbin, 2 for 5 is not bad. But I think Belly's the play in this game for player props. Against Fried, don't really love anybody. Seager does well generally against lefties for power, but not today. So yeah, Bellinger's really the play in that one. Game 9, Reds, Cubs. Come on, Reds. Do something for me here. We got the Reds winning this game. Reds at plus 118. Reds are a good dog today. Reds are a good dog today on the road. So I don't mind them. I do not mind the Reds as a dog on the money line. Lodolo versus Soroka. Ellie De La Cruz should be a good play today for hits, runs, and RBIs, or TJ Friedel. Home run-wise, negative 19%. Not really good home run weather today in Chicago. Nothing that stands out. But I do like Ellie and TJ Friedel as general props candidates today against Soroka. On the other side, against, who was it? Lodolo? I mean, Seiya does good against lefties. Kyle Tucker's okay against lefties. Nico Horner's pretty good against lefties. Nico Horner could be a good hits, runs, and RBIs candidate today. 5 for 13 versus Lodolo with an extra base hit. Yeah, I like Nico Horner as the hits, runs, and RBIs guy today on the Cubs. Outside of that, though, a lot of low pitch mixes. Maybe Kyle Tucker. Not a huge fan. Yeah, not a huge fan of many guys on the Cubs. Can never trust the Reds after that freak of a Braves game. Yeah, well, they're fighting for their lives right now, man. They're playing hard. And we need them to win, so, as a Brewers fan. But plus 118 is good value. Game 10, Blue Jays, Rockies. How about the Rockies, man? What is up with that? Playing pretty hot. Eric Lauer, Tanner Gordon. Yeah, I mean, minus 205 for the Jays. It's definitely, I don't take money lines that high at minus 200. I don't. But if you do, I mean, it's not bad value. But I do not take money lines at that level, especially not in a place like this with 25% ballpark factor. Loperfido looks good for a home run. This is another game where you could take hits, runs, and RBIs for anybody. Like, all 5 of these guys are going to probably clear hits, runs, and RBIs lines. Really high-scoring game. 10.97 total runs projected. You could take anybody here. Varsho looks awesome for a home run. So does Loperfido. Addison Barger's okay. You can have a field day with the Blue Jays today. On the other side, I like Warming Bernabel. I do like this guy, man. I really like this guy. Small sample size, though. Only 9 at-bats versus lefties. But I do like this kid. He hits the ball hard every time. Only 9 at-bats versus lefties, but Warming Bernabel he's another guy. If you want to just try to ride some early momentum, you could. Hunter Goodman, he's okay. Jordan Beck's decent. Brenton Doyle with a 0 on the pitch mix, but he does really well against lefties. Yeah, I can't really trust many of the Rockies right now, even though they're red hot. Yes, it does factor in weather. Correct. It does. Which is why you'd see like a game. The last game, the Cubs had negative 19% weather for home runs. That's why like nobody had good home run probability. This one has 25% home run weather boost, so Bo Bichette. Yeah, the only problem with Bo Bichette is his power, his numbers versus righties. He only has 10 homers and 363 at-bats, 1.52 total bases per hit. Yeah. His home run odds are plus 440. I don't think Bo Bichette's ever going to be, like, he's never going to be worth a 440. Bo Bichette shouldn't be 440. But That's just my opinion on it. I prefer Lo Perfito today. I prefer Varsho. But Bo should have a good day today. If we look at Bo, 300, 1.41 hits projected. Should probably get close to clearing total bases. Definitely should clear his hits, runs, and RBIs. It looks pretty good for an RBI today, too. Looks pretty solid for an RBI as well. So Bo Bichette could be pretty good. He's just not a big enough power hitter for me to take him at a 440 line for a homer. You know, if he was plus 800, sure, that changes things. That's probably where he should be, honestly. Game 11, Rays Angels. But that's what the books do, man. The books definitely give you terrible odds. Yeah, HRR for Bo looks pretty good. They just give you terrible odds on home runs, even for guys who don't hit home runs. Like, you're never going to beat a 440 break even on Bo Bichette in the long run, in my opinion. Like, realistically, guys like 440 should be a line for guys like Aranda or Yandy Diaz, even stuff like that. I love Yandy Diaz, by the way, today. Anyway, Angels, we'll get to that in a sec. Rays, Angels. We have the Rays winning this game. Rays at plus 108. They're a good dog today. Rays are a good dog today. Adrian Hauser versus Kikuchi. Hauser's been awesome this year. Just got traded to the Rays. HRR, Aranda looks awesome. Caminero looks pretty good. Diaz looks great. I love Yandy for a home run today. 28% chance. He hits lefties well, and his numbers versus Kikuchi, 5 for 16 with a homer and an extra base hit. So, 2.07 total bases per hit versus lefties. This is a great picture. I like this. This tells a good story. 28% chance at a home run, 2.40 total bases. You could take him for any of these numbers. You could take it for home run, total bases, hits, runs, RBIs, or even an RBI. So Yandy's one of my favorite plays today. Jonathan Aranda looks really good today as well for hits, runs, and RBIs. Same with Caminero. Caminero could be a decent home run play, but his odds are plus 320. It's not terrible. I don't mind Caminero for a homer today either. On the other side, against Hauser, like I said, Hauser's been really good. I think you got to take Ray's money line today. You have to as a dog. Hauser's been so good. Like, he doesn't allow home runs. And this Angels team, outside of yesterday, I mean, even yesterday, but they rely on home runs. Like, this team's built around guys that hit homers. Taylor Ward, Joe Adell, Logan O'Hoppe, Mike Trout, Zach Neto. Like, these guys hit homers. That's what they do. Zach Neto could be a good hits, runs, and RBIs guy with the 2.58 projected, but yeah, don't love much about the Angels today. So, good options on the Rays, and Rays money line looks pretty good. Game 12, Padres, D-backs. Padres minus 107. They're sitting at minus 126, plus 108 for the D-backs. No value on either side of this money line. D-backs are heating up. D-backs finally broke that huge losing streak, and now they're on a little bit of a winning streak here. So, JP Sears making his first start for the Padres. I think you got to go... You got to go player props here for any of these three. They all look really good. I like Ramon Laureano today as a home run long shot as well. 6.64 on the pitch mix, 307 versus righties, 1.89 total bases per hit. It's pretty good. These are good numbers. These are good numbers for Laureano. Only 3% negative ballpark factor weather, so that's not bad. Okay, you got some options here for hits, runs, and RBIs or total bases. Or for a home run even. The other side, Ketel Marte, I mean, his home run odds aren't worth it today, but he is the best chance here, 18%. He's the best overall in this game. But at plus 260, that's just really bad odds. It's really bad odds. Corbin Carroll does not do that well versus lefties. Don't love Corbin Carroll today. He's 1 for 2 versus JP Sears. But 220 versus lefties is just ugly. And only a 5.24 on the pitch mix. Not a whole lot on the D-backs. Just not a whole lot I see on the D-backs that I like. These pitch mixes all stink except for Ketel. McCann's too small of a sample size. So, yeah, Ketel would be the only guy I would look at for like total bases or hits, runs, and RBIs on that side. And then game 13, Cardinals, Dodgers. Let's see. Minus 138 for the Dodgers. They're sitting at minus 188. Plus 158 for the Cardinals. Sonny Gray going up against Tyler Glasnow. I mean, technically the value is on the Cardinals as a dog here at plus 158. We do have them with only a 42% chance to win, but that is where the quote-unquote value is on the line. It's definitely not on the Dodgers. But against Glasnow, these guys don't match up that well. Low, 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 low. Terrible pitch mix ratings across the board. Brendan Donovan, decent with a good 308, 309 batting average versus righties. I just don't see how you take any player props. Really, if you're taking the Cardinals, you just need Sonny Gray to be good, so you would rather take like Sonny Gray for strikeouts. On the other side, these guys don't match up that good. I mean, Shohei, 24% chance at a homer, 6.57. Will Smith with a 6.41. Other than that, everyone else looks pretty low here too. You could take either of these two for hits, runs, and RBIs today, I guess. But overall, I think the value in this game's on the Cardinals to win. Or Sonny Gray over 5.5 strikeouts. But Yerfy actually is definitely in play here too. Interesting way that's shaken out. Interesting. But yeah, I don't really love many of the player props in this game in general. Dodgers do look a little bit better than the Cardinals on player props, though. But that is also why we only have the Cardinals with a 42% chance to win. Any pitchers that stand out today? Not too many good matchups at the top of the board here. I mean, Sonny Gray over 5.5 is okay. Luzardo for 7. A lot of guys for 7 today. Zebby could be a sneaky little 7 against the Tigers. Zebby for... Well, actually, we don't know if Zebby's pitching yet. He's still TBD. Yeah, number one guy for a home run, once again, is that Kyle Schwarber play, and then Kyle Stowers 2, Yandy Diaz 3, Dalton Varsho. Pretty big drop-off. Not that good of a home run day. Look at these odds. Fair odds for a home run. We have a couple guys under plus 300, a couple guys in the plus 300s, and then everyone else is plus 400 or worse. This is exactly what I mean when I say the books take advantage of people on home run lines now. At this point in the season, it used to be better. And last year, it was even way better. But right now, like, if you go look at the board, you have so many guys in the plus 200s on the board. But if you look at what I've probability modeled their fair odds to be, which I don't have, like, it's not like I'm like trying to make money from bettors by giving odds. Like, that's the thing is the books are going to juice the home run odds because they want people to take them, and they know that they'll be able to beat that break even. They know guys like, for example, Bo Bichette. He's not going to hit a home run at a plus 440 break even rate, so they can offer that line to you. If he hits one today, great, but if they offer it tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day, he's not going to break even at that level. It's going to be profitable for the books to offer really bad home run odds on a lot of guys because they're not going to hit that rate. So me, on the other hand, I'm trying to find out what I think the true probability of someone hitting a home run is. And in this case, we only have like 10 guys that are 20% or better. Everyone else is in the teens. So pretty top-heavy day. A couple guys around 30%, but overall, pretty rough day for homers, man. Pretty rough day. Money lines, yeah, a lot of fair values today. So I will have to really go through and dive into what I'm going to take. I will post it in the Discord. So join rudebets.com if you haven't yet. Code RUDE for 25% off your first month. Other than that, yeah, I hope this video helped. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube if you haven't yet. Good luck. I'm going to upload this over there now, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.